Hello, my Capricorn. I just sat down with my deck, and the energy coming through for you right now is absolutely incredible. I have been doing readings for years, and sometimes you get those moments where the cards just align in such a powerful way that you know something significant is unfolding. This is one of those readings. I pulled 6 cards for you today, and honestly, what came through is such a beautiful testament to everything you have been building and working toward. So grab your coffee or tea, get comfortable, and let me walk you through what the universe wants you to know right now. Before I even get into the specific cards, I need you to understand something. The energy surrounding you right now is about validation. You know, those times when you've been working so hard, putting in effort day after day, and sometimes you wonder if anyone even notices or if it is all going to pay off. The cards are saying that phase is ending. What is coming is recognition, tangible results, and this beautiful sense of momentum that is going to carry you into some really exciting territory. All right, so the first card I pulled for you is the Chariot. And Capricorn, this card showed up in such a strong position. When I see the Chariot, I am always reminded of this image of someone who has harnessed completely different energies and is moving forward with absolute determination. You know how a chariot in ancient times required the driver to control 2 horses, often pulling in different directions? That is what you have been doing. You have been managing competing priorities, balancing different aspects of your life, maybe juggling work demands with personal goals, or trying to honor both your ambitious side and your need for stability. What strikes me about the Chariot for you right now is that this is not about struggle anymore. Earlier in your journey, yes, there was probably this feeling of constantly having to keep everything together, making sure nothing fell apart. But the energy I am getting now is that you have mastered this. You have figured out how to move forward with focus and intention. The Chariot is telling me that you are entering a phase where your willpower and determination are going to produce visible, concrete results. I want you to think about something specific here. The Chariot is associated with victory, but not the kind that just falls into your lap. This is earned victory. This is the kind of success that comes because you refused to give up, because you kept showing up even when it was hard, because you maintained your discipline when others might have quit. There is also this element with the Chariot about direction and purpose. Sometimes in life we are moving, but we are not really sure where we are going. We are just kind of going through the motions. But right now you have clarity. You know what you want. You know where you are headed. And that clarity is like fuel for the Chariot. It is going to help you move faster and more effectively than you have in a long time. I am seeing potential travel here too, by the way. Not necessarily physical travel, although that could be part of it, but definitely movement. Things that have been stagnant are going to start moving. Projects that have been delayed are going to gain traction. Opportunities that seemed far away are going to suddenly feel within reach. The Chariot is also asking you to stay focused. You have got momentum building, and the key is not to scatter your energy. You know how sometimes when things start going well, we can get distracted or start second-guessing ourselves? The cards are saying do not do that. Keep your eyes on your goals. Trust the path you are on. You have got this incredible forward motion available to you, so use it wisely. Now, the second card that came through is the Emperor. And okay, this makes so much sense with the Chariot. If the Chariot is about movement and victory, the Emperor is about structure and authority. Capricorn, you are being called to step into a position of greater leadership and responsibility. And I know what you might be thinking. Maybe you feel like you are already carrying a lot. Maybe you are already in a leadership role. But what the Emperor is showing me is different. This is about owning your power in a new way. The Emperor sits on his throne with complete confidence. He has built his kingdom through strategy, planning, and consistent effort. Sound familiar? That is your energy, Capricorn. You are an earth sign. You understand how to build things that last. You understand that real success is not about quick wins, but about laying foundations that can support long-term growth. The Emperor is affirming that your approach has been right. All those times you chose the practical path over the flashy one, all those times you did the responsible thing even though it was not the most exciting option, that was wisdom. And now you are going to see why. What I am really picking up with the Emperor is that you are moving into a phase where others are going to look to you for guidance. Your expertise is going to be recognized. Your judgment is going to be trusted. There might be a promotion coming, or a new role, or simply a shift in how people perceive you. People are going to start seeing you as the authority in your area. And here's what I love about this. You are not going to have to fight for this recognition. It is going to come because you have demonstrated your capability over time. The Emperor is also about creating systems and structures. So if you have been thinking about organizing something in your life better, whether that is your work processes, your finances, your daily routines, this is the perfect time to do that. The Emperor energy supports you in building frameworks that make your life run more smoothly. Think about what structures would help you be even more effective than you already are. Maybe it is time management systems, maybe it is delegating certain tasks, maybe it is setting clearer boundaries. Whatever it is, you have the energy right now to implement it successfully. There is also this father figure energy with the Emperor that I want to mention. This could literally mean something involving your father or a father figure in your life. But it can also represent you stepping into that role for others, being the person who provides stability and guidance. Or it might mean that you are finally giving yourself the structure and support that you need. Sometimes we spend so much time taking care of others or building things for others that we forget to create that same solid foundation for ourselves. The Emperor might be reminding you to be your own authority, to make decisions that honor your needs and goals. The third card is Strength and Capricorn. When this card appeared, I actually got chills because the message is so powerful. Strength is not about force or aggression. It is about inner fortitude. It is about grace under pressure. It is about taming your fears and doubts and moving forward with courage even when things are uncertain. And you have been embodying this energy. Look at the imagery of the Strength card. There is usually a figure gently closing the mouth of a lion. The lion represents our primal fears, our anger, our untamed impulses. And the figure is not wrestling the lion into submission. She is not fighting it. She is approaching it with love and gentleness, and somehow that is what gives her power over it. This is the energy you have been working with, whether you realized it or not. You have been facing challenges, Capricorn. Maybe internal challenges like self-doubt or fear of failure. Maybe external challenges like difficult people or complicated situations. But instead of responding with harshness or force, you have been handling things with patience and wisdom. You have been choosing to stay calm when you could have reacted. You have been choosing to persist when you could have given up. And that, my friend, is real strength. What I am getting from this card is that your resilience is about to be rewarded. All those times you kept going even when you were tired. All those moments when you chose the high road even though it would have been easier to be petty or bitter. The universe saw that. Your spirit guide saw that. And there is the sense of, okay, you have proven you can handle pressure with grace. Now watch what we can entrust you with. Strength is also associated with the zodiac sign Leo. And Leo energy is about creativity, confidence, and self-expression. So there might be an invitation here for you to let your personality shine more. Sometimes Capricorns can be so focused on being professional and responsible that they do not let people see their warmth and their creative side. But Strength is saying it is safe to be more fully yourself. In fact, showing more of who you really are is going to make you even more effective and magnetic. I am also sensing that if you have been dealing with any health issues or feeling depleted, Strength is indicating a return of vitality. Your energy levels are going to improve. You are going to feel more robust and capable. This is partly because the stress you have been under is going to ease. But it is also because you are learning to manage your energy better. You are learning when to push and when to rest. You are developing a more sustainable rhythm. Now we move to the fourth card, Three of Wands. And this is where things get really exciting because Three of Wands is all about expansion. After all the hard work represented by the earlier cards, Three of Wands says you are ready to see the fruits of your labor. This is the card of looking out at the horizon and seeing your ships coming in, seeing your investments paying off, seeing your plans actually manifesting in the real world. I pulled this card and immediately thought about someone standing on a cliff overlooking the ocean, watching their ships return loaded with goods. They sent those ships out a long time ago. There was faith involved. There was risk involved. They had to trust that their investment would pay off, even though they could not see immediate results. Capricorn, you have been sending out your ships. Every effort you made, every skill you developed, every connection you built, every late night you worked, those were all ships you were sending out into the world. And Three of Wands is telling me those ships are coming back. This card often indicates that your reach is expanding. Maybe your reputation is spreading further than you realized. Maybe opportunities are coming from unexpected places or through connections you made a while ago. There is this sense of your influence growing, your network expanding, your possibilities multiplying. And the beautiful thing is, much of this is going to feel like it is happening naturally, like things are just falling into place. Three of Wands can also indicate actual physical expansion. Maybe your business is growing. Maybe you are taking on larger projects. Maybe you are moving to a bigger space or taking on a more expansive role. Whatever it is, there's a sense of graduation happening here. You are moving beyond where you have been. You are stepping into something bigger. I am also getting this sense of foresight with Three of Wands. You're someone who thinks ahead, who plans, who anticipates. And right now, that quality is serving you incredibly well. You are able to see opportunities before others do. You are able to position yourself advantageously. Trust your instincts about where things are headed. If you are getting a sense that you should move in a certain direction, even if you cannot fully articulate why, trust that. Your intuition about future trends and possibilities is really strong right now. There might also be something here about collaboration or partnership at a distance. Maybe working with people in other cities or countries. Maybe building something that has an international component. Three of Wands has this energy of bridging distances and connecting across boundaries. So if you have been thinking about expanding your reach geographically or working with diverse groups of people, the energy is really supportive of that. The fifth card is Five of Wands, and I know when people see this card, they sometimes worry. Because Five of Wands is traditionally associated with conflict and competition. But I want you to hear what I am actually getting from this card in your reading, because the message is more nuanced and actually quite positive given the context of the other cards. Five of Wands is showing me that you are in an environment where there is a lot of activity and, yes, some competition. There might be multiple people vying for the same opportunities. There might be differing opinions about how things should be done. There might be some chaos or lack of coordination. But here is what is important, Capricorn. You are not being harmed by this competition. In fact, it is sharpening you. Think about how iron sharpens iron. When you are around other talented, ambitious people, it pushes you to be better. It challenges you to up your game. And that is exactly what is happening here. Whatever challenges or competition you are facing, it is actually making you stronger and more skilled. You are learning to think on your feet. You are learning to differentiate yourself. You are discovering capabilities you did not even know you had. Five of Wands can also represent brainstorming and the creative friction that comes when multiple ideas are being tossed around. So if you are in situations where there is debate or discussion or people have different viewpoints, do not see that as purely negative. Some of the best solutions come from that kind of dynamic exchange. Your job is to stay centered in your own knowing while remaining open to good ideas from others. What I am really sensing is that the Five of Wands is temporary turbulence. It is not a long-term obstacle. It is more like you are in a growth phase where things are a bit messy and chaotic because everything is expanding and shifting. But you have the Chariot, you have the Emperor, you have strength. You have got the skills and the inner resources to navigate this successfully. In fact, the very qualities those earlier cards represent are what is going to help you stand out in this competitive environment. I am also getting that you should not waste energy on conflicts that do not matter. Five of Wands can sometimes be about petty disputes or ego clashes. Choose your battles wisely. Not everything deserves your attention or response. Stay focused on your goals and let the small stuff go. You are playing a bigger game than most people realize, and you cannot afford to get distracted by drama. And now we come to the final card, Four of Pentacles. And this is interesting because Four of Pentacles is usually about holding on to resources, about security and stability. Some readers interpret it as being overly cautious or even stingy, but I am not getting that energy at all in your reading. What I am seeing is that you are entering a phase where you are going to be in a position to secure what you have built. After all the expansion and competition and movement of the previous cards, Four of Pentacles is saying it is time to consolidate. It is time to protect your gains. It is time to create stability around your success. You know how after a period of growth, you need to pause and make sure everything is solid before you expand further. That is what Four of Pentacles represents. It is about being smart with your resources, creating financial security, establishing boundaries that protect your energy and your assets. I am sensing very strongly that money or financial improvement is part of your story right now. Four of Pentacles is one of the money cards in the tarot, and it often shows up when someone is building wealth or achieving financial stability. This might mean a raise or a bonus or a new income stream. It might mean that investments you made are appreciating. It might mean that you are finally at a point where you can save money or build a financial cushion. Whatever the specific form, there is a strengthening of your material foundation happening. Four of Pentacles also asks you to be mindful about balance. Yes, it is good to be secure and to protect what you have. But there is a fine line between healthy caution and fearful hoarding. Make sure you are not holding so tightly to what you have that you cannot enjoy it or share it or let it flow. True security comes not just from having resources, but from trusting your ability to generate resources. And Capricorn, you have proven that ability. So yes, be responsible and protect what you have built, but also trust that more is coming. I am also picking up something about boundaries with this card. Four of Pentacles can represent creating healthy boundaries around your time, your energy, and your space. Maybe you have been too available to others. Maybe you have been giving too much of yourself away. This card is permission to pull back a bit, to prioritize your own needs, to say no to things that drain you. Creating those boundaries is not selfish. It is necessary for your continued success and well-being. There might also be something here about literally holding on to something, about not letting go of an asset or a position or a relationship that has value. If you have been thinking about walking away from something, Four of Pentacles might be suggesting that you reconsider. There could be more value there than you realize. Or it might be that the timing is not quite right yet. Sometimes the wise move is to hold steady rather than making a big change. So Capricorn, let me bring all of this together for you. The story these 6 cards are telling is absolutely beautiful. You have been on this incredible journey of building and striving and proving yourself. You have developed your skills, your discipline, your inner strength. And now, you are entering a phase where all of that is going to result in tangible success and recognition. The Chariot and The Emperor together are telling me that you are moving into a position of greater authority and achievement. Strength confirms that you have the inner resources to handle whatever comes your way. Three of Wands shows your efforts expanding and reaching further than you imagined. Five of Wands acknowledges there might be some competition or challenge, but you are more than capable of navigating that. And Four of Pentacles says you are going to secure and stabilize everything you have built. This is your time, Capricorn. This is when all your hard work pays off. This is when people recognize what you have been building. This is when you step into the next level of your journey. The cards are so clear about this. You are not hoping for success. You are not wishing for recognition. You are creating it through your consistent effort and your unwavering commitment to your goals. I want you to walk away from this reading feeling confident and empowered. You have got everything you need already within you. The universe is supporting you. Your guides are cheering you on. And the energy around you is absolutely primed for breakthrough and achievement. Stay focused, trust yourself, and watch how beautifully everything unfolds. Thank you so much for letting me read for you today, Capricorn. I would love to hear if this resonates with you, or if you are already seeing any of these energies playing out in your life. Sending you so much love and support on your journey. You are doing amazing, and I cannot wait to see all the incredible things you are going to accomplish.